Washington, all the way to the U.S.-Mexican border, including Channel Islands, San Francisco Bay, Monterey Bay, Mission Bay, mouth of the Columbia. All those places, once you get into the ocean waters, are seeing high surf as waves peak above 20 feet offshore, and some breakers are making it dangerous to be right on the shoreline if you're not ready for it today. Back into southwest Oregon, though, flood watches, some of the river drainages, and even some roadways could get flooded over as some heavy rain heads on in. Some of the heaviest still out to sea. You can see the leading edge of that on radar just getting toward Cape Mendocino and Arcata, California, which has had about a foot of rain in about the last 2 weeks. A lot of rain in the northwest, some snow in the mountains, including around Yellowstone country, just light trace amounts of snow, kind of blowing off this low pressure system that's spinning around Southern California. But the snow in the mountains around Spokane and on I-90 in Montana at times, and then Interstate 5 winding its way through some rainy travel between Bellingham and all the way down to Portland. The snow falling in the Cascades is heavy in spots, a little bit of almost a break in Oregon, and then it starts up again further south. But Seattle Metro, the rain continues, from Seattle through down to Olympia, up to Tacoma, Everett, and on into Whidbey Island. And Portland, we're seeing a bend in the river, getting the rain today out to the Columbia Gorge. And the Cascades getting the snow heavy at times around Stampede and Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, and White Pass getting hit. Now the arm of showers just headed on in the direction of Orange County, California. LA County's been getting rain along with Santa Barbara County and back up toward Kern County. The mountains getting a little bit more. Not a tremendous rainmaker, but it could add up to another inch or two in the mountains as Interstate 5 heads on through that area. The freeways getting hit hard with that rain. But watch out for the snow in the passes of the Rockies down to Parley Summit, Interstate 80, Salt Lake City. Some of the southern Cal Mountains will have snow, but above most roadways. And of course the Cascades up to a foot more. We've had 2 feet of snow in some of the Tahoe resorts since yesterday. Snow headed a little further south tonight and still snowing in the Rockies. Vast high pressure east of the Rockies, actually some of it in the Rockies, makes for a dry day. A quick moving cool front in the northeast. More on that in a second, but look at all the sunshine and warm temperatures to go along with it. That cool front, though, generating windy weather. We have the windy travel along the interstates. Crosswinds could be rather tricky today along 95, and also the marine interests watching out for gale warnings up to 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in spots. Temperatures are still running very, very high. We have record highs even for the month at Minneapolis, 66. Never been that high in December, nor has it been in Sioux Falls. And one more time, saying goodbye to our tropical storm, which is now no longer tropical in North Atlantic. Nicole went into December as a hurricane, and that's unusual. More to come.
A cold front has little impact on the warm wave across the east, while another storm targets the Pacific Northwest. A full report.
And the 1998 Atlantic hurricane season is officially over, but it will be remembered for a long, long time. There were 14 named storms this year. 10 became hurricanes, and 3 of those were major hurricanes. The Weather Channel's Rich Johnson has more in this report.
The 1998 Atlantic hurricane season will be remembered as one of the deadliest in 200 years. Hurricanes Mitch and George were the worst. More than 600 deaths were blamed on George as it tore across the Caribbean. Hurricane Mitch killed thousands of people in Central America. 10 tropical systems would form in the Atlantic during August and September. On September 25th, we saw satellite pictures of a rare occurrence. There were 4 Atlantic hurricanes in progress at the same time: George, Ivan, Carl, and Jean. In Texas, tropical storms Charlie and Francis caused terrible flooding, but there were no landfalling hurricanes here. The Lone Star State has now gone 9 straight years without a hurricane. Behind the numbers and scientific facts from this hurricane season, you'll find people whose lives were changed forever. They've lost loved ones. Authorities say they'll never know exactly how many people died in Central America, and there's the economic toll. For example, it's believed the country of Honduras has been set back at least 50 years.
Well, we like to think in this modern day and age that we won't have these large numbers of fatalities associated with the hurricane anymore, but we see that we can have. So people really need to be vigilant and know what a hurricane can do and be able to take some mitigation measures before the hurricane even gets there.
So while the 1998 hurricane crop will be remembered for its devastation, it has also helped scientists better understand tropical weather. That knowledge can be used to help keep people safe in the future. For the Weather Channel, I'm Rich Johnson.
And just a reminder, your local
cumulus clouds, they're kind of speckly. That means cold air aloft. So with that frontal boundary having passed, this cold air is coming